Page 20. Angle tester. Mohini is asking Shaila, how do we make equal angles? Shaila replies, let us make an angle tester. There is a honey bee on the right side of the page telling the students, you also have an angle tester in your geometry box. It is called a divider. Cut 2 strips from a cardboard sheet. Fix them with a drawing pin or U-clip such that both the strips can move around easily. Rohini and Mohini went all around with the angle tester to look for different angles in their class. Rohini tested the angle of the maths book and the pencil box. Rohini says, look at the tester. It has opened like the letter L. She is holding the divider in her hand in open position. We have a honey bee again in the picture replying her. This is a right angle. We write it as L. Page 21. Go around with your tester and draw here those things in which the tester opens like the letter L. Are you sure they are all right angles? There is a box given below this question with a picture of an open window and a lot of blank space around for your answers. Practice time. 1. Look at the angles in the pictures and fill the table. There is a table below with 4 columns and 5 rows. Column 1 is titled Angle. We have some pictures here, and the next columns have the headings Right Angle, More than a right angle, Less than a right angle. In the first row of the first column, a pair of scissors is shown. And the corresponding answer is already filled in. Less than a right angle. A tick mark shows the right answer. In the second row of the first column, we have a person who has a folded elbow. You have to observe the angle and give the correct answer accordingly. Row 3, column 1 has the picture of a kite. The left angle is marked there. Observe it carefully and give your answer correctly. Row 4, column 1 has the picture of a plier with the angle marked. Observe the picture and give the correct answer. Row 5, column 1 has a stop sign picture with one angle clearly marked. Observe it and give your tick mark in the corresponding box. Page 22. 2. Sukhman made this picture with so many angles. Below this we have a picture of a procession. Made by a lot of angles. Use color pencils to mark. Right angles with black color. Angles which are more than a right angle with green. Angles which are less than a right angle with blue. 3. Draw anything of your choice around the angle shown. Also write what kind of angle it is. The first one is done. The first one is the picture of a crocodile with its mouth wide open, and the correct answer is mentioned below the picture, less than a right angle. Observe the other pictures and give your answers accordingly. Page 23. Activity. A. Take a square sheet of paper. B. Fold it in half. C. Fold it once more and press it. D. Open the last fold so that the sheet is folded in half. E. Take one corner and fold it to meet the dotted line. On the paper you will find lines making a right angle, an angle less than a right angle, and an angle more than a right angle. Look for each of the angles and mark them with different colors. Activity. Angles with your body. Can you make these angles? A. A right angle with your hand. B. An angle less than a right angle with your leg. C. An angle more than a right angle with your arm. D. An angle more than a right angle with your body. Try them out. It's fun. Draw them in your notebook using stick drawings like these. We have some pictures of stick drawings given here for reference. Page 24. Angle garden. We see the picture of a garden with many flowers, plants, and trees. Two girls are also seen in the garden. It's a bright sunny day, and we can see a big honeycomb on one of the trees. A honeybee flying nearby tells us, "My angle dance shows the way." When I see flowers for making honey, I want to tell other bees, to show them the way I start dancing. My dance shows the angle between the sun and the flower. And we can observe an angle made between the sun and the flower with dotted lines here. Activity. Collect some leaves from the garden. Color each leaf and print it. Look at the angles on the leaves. Which of them are more or less than a right angle? Below this question we have a picture of a jungle. Two girls are also present in the picture, and a tree is filled with many different birds. The first one is woodpecker that tells us, "I am a woodpecker. My beak is sharp because it has to cut the wood." The girls are talking among themselves. "Hey, look at that bird. Its beak has an angle less than a right angle." Page 25. Look for the birds which have beaks with small angles. In the picture, mark angles between the two branches. Which two branches have the biggest angle? Angles in names. A girl is seen in the picture of a name written beside her. The name reads Sukhman. And the girl tells us, "You know, there are angles in the letters of our names too." In my name, there are 11 right angles. There are also 10 angles less than a right angle. Observing the name carefully, we see all the angles marked clearly. Write 3 names using straight lines and count the angles. We have a table below this with 4 columns and 3 rows. Column 1 heading is Name. Column 2, Number of right angles. Column 3, Number of angles more than a right angle. Column 4, Number of angles less than a right angle. Activity A. Put 10 Math Magic books on top of each other. Keep one book slanting to make a slide. B. Now do this with 6 books. Roll a ball from the top. From which slide does the ball roll down faster? Which side has the smaller angle? Page 26. On top of the page we have a picture of 2 slides in a park. And a boy is seen looking at them. These are 2 slides in a park. Which slide has a larger angle? Which slide do you think is safer for the little boy? Why? Changing shapes. Things you need: used or new matchsticks. Piece of rubber tube used in cycle valves. One. Clean the black end of the matchsticks. 2. Cut small pieces of the tube, about 1 centimeter long. 3. Push 2 matchsticks into each end of a tube piece. 4. Add more matchsticks to form a triangle. With the help of some pictures, we see the same happening here. Page 27. Now make these 4, 5, 6-sided shapes by using tube pieces and matchsticks. A. 4-sided shape or a quadrilateral. B. 5-sided shape or a pentagon. C. 6-sided shape or a hexagon. Find out how many angles are there in each of these shapes. Mark them. Now push each shape downwards with the tip of your finger. Does the angle change when pushed down by the finger? Find out and write your results in the table given. 2 columns are there in this table. Column 1 heading is Shape. Column 2 heading is Change in angle, yes or no. We have the different shapes mentioned in 4 rows below this. A hexagon, pentagon, quadrilateral, and a triangle. You have to find out and write your results in column 2.